but I just realized it's actually good afternoon. I'm very happy to be here. It's my privilege to present to you today. I'm coming from the Green Climate Fund. And first of all, I want to say thank you to the Ministry of Strategy and Finance and to the EVA Women's University for hosting this wonderful event. So, the Green Climate Fund, how many of you have heard of GCF? Raise your hands. Yeah, pretty good, good. I had, actually, to be honest, I had not heard of this organization in January when I got an email from a headhunter, executive search, saying, okay, they're looking for a person to head the human resources for this newly established organization in Songdo in South Korea. I was like, what? Songdo? I didn't know. I happened to be with my dad's and mom's place off the coast of Africa, a small island where they were located at the time. So we were there sitting and we were looking out at the sea, you know, and then I said, okay, what is this? And then my dad, he'd seen a documentary about Songdo, and he said, Ulrika, don't you know, this is a fantastic place, you know, and this Green Climate Fund, there's also a good opportunity. But I was like, oh, I live in South America, I'm quite happy in Peru, been there for over 3 years, I had another 3 years of my current contracts, why would I leave? But then I started to research a bit more about it. What's this organization all about? Well, it's to save the world, right? From the bad effects of climate change. So then I thought more about it, and I thought, well, why don't I go to South Korea? And I've actually lived in India for 7 years before that. So I've been in New Delhi. So I kind of, Asia was fine. I knew that this would be very, very modern Asia compared to India, which, you know, for sure it is. Okay, so, now I see. Okay, so the Green Climate Fund. It's a financial mechanism of the convention, UNFCCC, established in 2010. However, it only went operational this year. We had our executive director, Hela Shokuhu, who joined end of last year, and she moved here in January. But staff, and then we had consultants working to kind of establish the whole office and the whole organization. And we only had people joining through an executive search beginning, well, in July this year. And I joined towards the end of August. So even though I'm responsible for human resources, I was not involved in the first 23 people that joined, international staff, right? So we are really the new kids on the block. So we saw the years, this organization that we heard before joining starting in 1960s, 70s, you know, a long time ago, and having thousands and thousands of employees. And we have right now, well, not even 30, yeah? But if I do the same presentation in 5 years, I may have 1,000 employees too, and billions of dollars that's been dispersed for the developing countries. But now we're in 2014. So what else can I tell you? We have 194 countries. I think that's more than any of the other organizations I presented before. So that's impressive. It's a good start. So these are the signatories to the UNFCCC. We also have 24 board members, and they are equally distributed from developing and developed countries. And I think that makes us a bit special as well. And what are we doing? So our mandate is to promote low emission and climate resilient development in developing countries. So it's basically to receive money from developed countries and channel that to the developing countries. Very simple, but it's probably going to be quite difficult. So we need energetic, passionate people, and that's why I'm here today. Okay, so it challenged all nations. So what do we have here? Because you wonder, what's all this about? And I think it's good to kind of show this on pictures. So it's really the agriculture and food will be affected. Rising temperatures cause change in vegetation and harvest patterns. We have water supplies and drought. Heat trapping gas emission leads to increase of drought and reduced water supplies. Sea level, marine life will also be affected. Rise of sea level due to melting Arctic, extinction of species result from changing ecosystems, natural disasters, political conflicts, and economic loss. Mission of the fund. Under the UNFCCC, heads of state of developing countries committed to jointly mobilize funds to advance the global paradigm shift towards low emission and climate resilient development pathways. And this is some figures what we need. We haven't got this yet, but this is kind of very big figures. But I want to talk a little bit about voluntary contribution from developed countries. We will also welcome public and private contributions, and also alternative sources, taxes, carbon credits. So we're looking at different ideas now to receive funds. And what do we have so far? Germany, 1 billion, and you can see the numbers here. So it's 2.9 billion, and that's just in a few, well, basically weeks. So we're moving quite fast here. We were hoping for 10 billion by the end of this year. Not sure if that will happen, but you can see that there's some big donors that haven't shown their commitment yet. I'm from Sweden myself, and Sweden contributed 500 million US dollars. And considering that we only have 9 million people in my country, it's pretty good. Yeah? So you can do your calculation of 50 million in this country and 50 million in Japan, and so we have Japan, we're waiting for Japan. South Korea has already committed, but Japan has not, and the States has not, and so forth. So, okay. So everyone has a responsibility that the German, Angela Merkel, Chancellor of Germany, said. Okay. So who are the beneficiaries then? Developing countries with priority to the least developed countries, and small island developing states and the African nations. This is really our focus. The balance between mitigation and adaptation. And access to resources can be obtained through national, regional, and international entities, country-driven approach through designated national authorities, and project-based approach. Standard accountability mechanism, fiduciary standards, and safeguards. So, we are headed by a woman. And I think, if I wasn't mistaken, looking through the presentations before, the previous 7, they were all men. Am I right? No? Okay, sorry about that. Christine, yes, that's right. Yeah. Very good. So, with the second one, okay, 2 out of 8. So, Hela Shekrovo from Tunisia. So she was selected in June 2013, but she only started working in the end of 2013. So we are tiny. We have 20 international professional staff, we have 10 administrative local staff, and 45 consultants. And we have approved for another 26 positions, and I'm going to talk more about that. 5 of those 26 positions are actually for associate professionals, which are young, with 3 years of experience. This may be interesting for some people here in the audience. And we will expand over time, of course. Okay, so this is what we look like currently, but I'll show you, okay. I just realized, because we were trying to get another slide, and I just realized now that that other slide didn't come, showing more in detail where the 26 positions are, but I will do that in my session at 2 o'clock, okay? So Songdo is the headquarters, and as you can see, that's our building to the left, and that's a view from our office to the right. And so it was a selection. So some people say, why Songdo? How come you ended up there? Well, it was an international bid, as usually, and a lot of countries in the world thought that they really wanted to head this new organization. And the selection at the end was 5 countries. It was Germany, Korea, Mexico, Namibia, and Poland. And at the end, with a huge competition, as it should be in these situations, Korea got the bid and was selected. And I would say, from my personal point of view, now when I've been here for a few months, I am very happy about that, because I'm very happy to be in Korea. It's a great place. Songdo is wonderful. Working environment is very good. We do not have work-life balance, though. Yeah, that's something we aim for the future. But right now, we are understaffed and overworked. Yeah. But and that's nothing I'm proud of. I mean, I think we need to change that, because we want people to last. It's really, really important. We have people, they will join, but they need to stay as well and be happy there. So we need to have a balance. So I don't promote the whole overworking and understaffed philosophy. So I just want to say that. Okay, so why did we do the Green City Songdo? So designated as a sustainable city with more than 40% of its area reserved for green space, and that's something I personally and a lot of people really appreciate. It's urban planning, incorporated latest design standards, technologies that reduce energy consumption, increase energy efficiency. And I think that was really a strong selling point when the country was selected and Songdo as the location. So what are we looking for? Well, we're looking for basically the same people as my previous presenters discussed. So well, we would like core competence in professionalism, teamwork, communication, planning, organizing, analytical thinking, loyalty, impartiality, ethical high grounds, leadership self-motivated, and I think this is really important, proactive, innovative, uses resources effectively, and that's very important too, because we want to live as we learn. We learn as we live. We want to really be part of the organization, that everyone follows what we're supposed to do as an organization, but also as individuals. Okay. We're looking for interns, we're looking for seconded staff, we're looking for consultants, administrative staff, and international staff. And of course, there are lots of different jobs. We're now going to, well, almost double ourselves in the next few months. So principle, position will be classified at appropriate level, open and transparent process, equity, geographical distribution, gender balance, based on competence and qualifications. And what we're really looking for here is that we want diversity. Diversity in gender, as in where people come from. So this is so on the GCF fund on our website, you'll find the vacancies, you'll find all the official documents, and we are actually a secretariat. So the Green Climate Fund is a secretariat to the board, and the board meets regularly every 3-4 months. So what we do is a lot right now. We're not so operational. We're preparing documents for the board to approve, because we're a startup. We don't have any process, no procedures, no nothing. Right? I mean, now last board meeting we managed to get a lot through in the previous ones, but there's so much more to be done. So it's a lot of work now just to set up the foundation of this new organization. Okay, but you can find all the information on the website, so it's very, very transparent. So, thank you.